America's pastime from Brandon's bullpen.
All right, Mr. BC. Man, this World Baseball Classic I've been really, really excited about. I've been watching games all day long, listening to them on the radio. I found myself listening to Great Britain and Mexico this afternoon because I had nothing better going on in my life. I woke up at 6:30 in the morning. I'm watching Japan versus Chinese Taipei, man. This has been a lot of fun, and I think it had a lot to do with the last Baseball Classic, where that USA versus Japan and how it all came down to it. So I think the momentum was really riding high, and I think with USA Hockey winning that stuff, I think everybody's in that country pride about right now. So BC, my man, take it away and tell us a little bit more about what we got going on with the Classic.
I mean, I was very excited for this World Baseball Classic. I feel like a lot more players, like especially with how great last one went out, I thought for sure that interest was at an all-time high. And then Aaron Judge came in and delivered the most boring, cringe pregame speech, hype speech, whatever you want to call it, for Team USA that I have ever seen. Why did you make this man do that? He could not be any more cringe. Yeah, it's like they're trying to make him Captain America, and it's like, you need to stop. Let him be him. Don't do it. It's cringe. There's a reason why we don't do this crap anymore. Stop it.
But that, there with his arms like this, looking up.
Yeah, it's like I was just ready for them to play the Captain America theme in the background as he's doing that. It's like Avengers.
Chris Evans pops up out of nowhere.
You just hear him drop an Avengers Assemble line, but yeah, no, this is going to be a really good World Baseball Classic, I think. I'll try to keep it short and sweet so that way we can keep the discuss. We can maybe do a little bit more discussion as well amongst ourselves. But like just looking at it pool by pool, I'll kind of give a little bit of my predictions for how I think each one's going to go. Pool A, it's a pretty, I would say pretty relatively competitive pool, but my favorites coming out of it, I got Puerto Rico and Canada leading that one surprisingly. I think in Pool B, we've got, I don't have to change it much. I've got the United States and Mexico taking that one. I know Stevie B was hyping up Great Britain. I just don't think that you're going to be able to compete with North America here. No, this is our sport. It hasn't been your sport since stickball. Go back to playing that. Indeed. So Pool C, cricket. There we go. Pool C. Man, you guys already know. You already saw them in the finals last year against the United States. You got Japan. It's Japan's pool in that one. Who's going to be the unlucky soul that has to compete with them in that? And I've got Korea. Baseball's always been really solid over there. They've got some good, solid hitters over there. And after Chinese Taipei just getting absolutely dog walked by Japan, it's just like, no.
That was bad this morning, dude. How the hell is Shohei going to have almost half the points by one person, man? Like, The guy's just absolutely amazing.
If he doesn't put up that kind of a show in the regular season this year, I'm going to be pissed.
Yo, really quick. Is he the GOAT, like, already?
we had this conversation on our show, and I think we all agreed he's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
It's hard not to. Although I want to see him get a Cy Young award before I'm ready to crown him the GOAT. If he does that, that's something nobody's ever done. I will crown him the GOAT.
He might be the GOAT in any sport if he does that.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. That's another debate there then.
Yep. And then finally, Pool D, honestly, I think the two teams out of this is going to be the closest one of the two, but Dominican Republic and Venezuela, I think that's going to be a dogfight of a pool, though, too, just between those two alone. But yeah, I would say I'm not gonna. We'll kind of keep it going as the World Baseball Classic goes on after the next pools. But I will say I've got those 8 teams advancing on from each of their pools, and I mean if we want to go top to bottom, who our predictions are to win it all, we can do that. Whatever you guys want to do with regards to that, I'll save my prediction who I think is going to win at the end.
AM, you got any disagreements on that?
I don't have the disagreements on what he said. I think Australia, didn't they come out the gate hot, right? They're already up 2-0.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Australia's an underrated team. I don't think they can beat Japan, but Australia's an interesting team.
Yeah, and I do love the Great Britain impressions. And it's true, by the way. You think of that squad, and it's impossible not to think of them doing anything but playing baseball. All in my mind, it is literally them playing cricket or soccer or just anything other than the actual game of baseball. They're going nowhere.
Yeah.
No, we
Yeah,
got love for them on the show, but when it comes to baseball, honestly, in my opinion, when it comes to baseball, from all my life, it's always been the Hispanics that have been on top. But right now, that the way Shohei is playing, Japan goes back to back. Honestly.
Mike, you brought up a good point. Here's what I will say about this particular year. Like, I don't know if you guys pulled up like the U.S. roster. Just kind of look. I'm sure you have. I mean, BC, you have. There's no question you have. But like, seriously, just like click on a link, guys. It's the whitest team you've ever seen. The U.S. team. Yeah. I mean, literally, besides like Judge and Buxton, it's a ghost town, man. It really is. It's weird to look at, and I don't like. I got to be honest. I got to disagree. You got to disagree?
I got to, man. What, the Team USA lineup is stacked, dude. You got Bobby Witt Jr., best shortstop.
I mean, like, they are far and away the best team and stacked. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, the lack of diversity on the team, it's scary this year. I'm saying, like, literally look at the pictures of who we've got rolling out. Like, again, besides Byron Buxton.
I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. Like,
I thought you were saying a ghost town in the other sense, man. Like,
no. I mean, it's.
I was like, dang.
It's Casperville. Like, I'm going with your team Mike right here. It's like, but look how good we are, right? Like when you're thinking about it's like, who are we putting out today? Cal Raleigh or Will Smith? I mean, you're in a good place if that's your question, or Bryce Harper is like your aging star. It's amazing. Yep. The team's amazing.
Yep. The one thing that I'm just curious with how they do is just, again, the lineup's always going to be stacked. I'm curious to see how just pitching continues to hold out. Like that's always going to be your main thing. And, Japan, I don't know how they do it, but they just keep churning out stars every single year. And it's the LA Dodgers farm system pretty much. That's Japan right now. So it's like, it's going to be a great World Baseball Classic. I'm biased. I do not care. I got USA winning it this year. I think they'll pull off the upset, if you want to call it that, and stop the back-to-back. But give me USA, baby.
That was one of my bold predictions of the year. Was USA will win the World Baseball Classic. I'm sticking with it, but I am.
Damn it, we're not losing it like Canada lost hockey.
Mexico's a very interesting team in Pool B as well. I wish they were in a different pool just for USA sake, but I think Mexico's a pretty damn good team as well. Like they had a lot of power on their team. I think it's gonna be a very great tournament, honestly, and I think it's a perfect time because it gets you hyped for the regular season of baseball. So I think that this is going to lead right into it, into the regular season. I think it's going to be a high year for baseball, especially coming off of that World Series that was last year. That was one of the best, most exciting World Series I've ever seen. Since I've been watching baseball. Like, I think it was the perfect time. It was right after that. Then you lead into this, and then this tournament seems like it's just been a lot of fun. And I just think baseball's in a good spot right now. I think this might be a year that people might start rewatching baseball again on a regular basis. Personally, they just need to shorten the season. I think it's still too damn long. I would like 100 games. I think that would be fine, maybe, or something like that. I don't know owners are ever going to do it. They're going to lose money and all that good stuff, but I just think it's too long of a season. You can go 2-3 months and not watch one game and still just be excited and know just as much as you did. I just feel like it's too long, but that's just me up here.
Shout out as well, real quick, before we move on as well, but shout out on Team Mexico. Jonathan Aranda from the Tampa Bay Rays represent, and then Mr. Randy Arozarena, Mr. World Baseball Classic himself from like 2-3 years ago with the great highlight catch. I hope that he has another one this year because that man in the big stages like that man balls out. So I'm excited to see former Rays legend Randy Arozarena.
Not gonna lie, I got 100 on DR.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
DR looks crazy, man.
They wouldn't surprise me.
Lineup, man. You got like Soto, Tatis, like isn't Vlad Jr. right? Like you got an absolute monster spot on the 3-4-5 hole.
At the end of the day, obviously, I want America all day. But the way that DR looks, man, I don't know, man. It looks like it's their time.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying about this World Baseball Classic is that when the last time, honestly, a bunch of people are all like, man, I can't wait to watch these games. I think baseball's in a great spot right now. I think that finally might have gotten rid of the older generation of like boring players. I think people are finally starting to embrace these young players, and they're having fun again. And I think that it's in a good spot right now. There's some stuff they need to tweak, but I think it's evolving. I think it's getting better. And honestly, I think with this classic too, I noticed it with that pit clock is awesome. And I know it's been around for a little while, but I really noticed it just because I was tired at 6 a.m. when I was watching that Japan game. But it speeds up the game. It was quick. It wasn't much of screwing around. It got to the point and it was fast. And that's what people have been complaining about, that it's just not fast enough. I wouldn't even mind if they added some of these mercy rules that they had. I didn't know anything about that until this morning. I just didn't follow the classic enough, but you don't have to finish the whole game. If it's that much of an ass whooping, they don't have to finish the whole game.
There's going to be some old heads that are like, I paid $100 to come to this game. I want to watch it all the way, dang it.
No,
I don't know,
those tickets are expensive, dude.
Yeah,
those tickets are expensive. Last year when I went to one of those games, dude, $200 for top level.
Mike, you guys actually pay for tickets in Miami? I thought they give them out.
Dude, that's what's the most surprising thing. That's what's the most surprising thing, because for the Marlins games, you can literally buy the top level seats for $5 and go all the way down, and it'll be good. Security's gonna be like, all right, whatever, because it's so empty. But for the World Baseball
Classic, giving you guys tickets.
Marlins game and sit next to Jeter for $8, man.
There you go, man.
Literally.
Shoot, they don't. I wish they did it at the Trop, man. Like their fan hosts and stuff, they will hunt you down and make sure like you're actually sitting where you're supposed to sit. Some 70-year-old is like, let me see your ticket there, sonny boy. I work here.
Yeah, for sure. No, dude, but for the World Baseball Classic, it was so packed. Like if you're a Marlins fan and you would go to a Marlins game and then you went to a baseball classic, like you would hear people say, "Yo, I've never seen this so packed."
Yeah,
right.
It's a beautiful thing, and it is cool too. Like Steve, you mentioned the whole, the pitch clock, all these different rules that they are doing to help speed up the game, make it go a little faster, limiting mound visits, making sure that there's a minimum of how many batters a pitcher has to face before you can replace them. Like I think a lot of this does help speed it up, and it was pretty cool though too to watch it coming up first through the minor league system. And then people, they get a little crotchety at first when they start implementing the new rules, but to see the game progress and evolve and become such a fan favorite now, like it has been, it's almost like a renaissance for baseball, and I love it.
No, I agree. All right, so we all D Mike, you said you have Dominican Republic going for the championship. Is that what you're saying?
That's not a crazy pick.
I got
it's not.
I got DR.
That's not at all. I'm still sticking with my pick from the beginning before it started. I'm sticking with USA. AM, who you got, my man?
Hey, G Mike stole my pick, man. That was it. Dominican Republic.
All right, we got.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
DR versus Team USA, man. Watch the Japanese make us all eat our words.
Look, I mean, by the way, USA top to bottom, it's just ludicrous. I mean, and I'm you know who I really want to watch? And I'm a Yankees fan too, but like I want to see Roman Anthony get in that game, and I want to see what he does throughout this classic. I mean, like how much playing time you really have, I don't know, but like, come on with this kid. It's special, and I want to see Paul Skenes, get it done. Yeah. And I want to see Scuball on the mound get it done, and Webb on the mound. Like I want to see these guys get it done. But like, obviously Japan, like top to bottom, those three pitchers just ludicrous, and pitching wins, and we all know that. But like the Dominican Republic, man, like. G Mike, you're right. Like the World Baseball Classic, like there's like Latin flavor to it, and it's just like, man, they are just bringing wood to the table. I wouldn't want to be a pitcher facing.
It's a different type of pride too, man. Like I feel like don't get me wrong, us Americans, we have a pride for sure, 100%. But when you're going up against like in these like let's say Olympics or these big time like classics like this or the World Cup and stuff like that, like these like third world countries and these guys that like really like come from this background of poor poverty and all this stuff, like they have so much pride in them that they want to win on top of the big screen. Again, Americans have it too, don't get me wrong, but it's a different type of level when it comes from these type of guys. Like it's very hard to explain. Like
I think it just depends on the sport a lot too. There's certain sports that certain cultures just embrace a lot more.
Yeah, and I think it's that maybe that pressure as well, like you said, like you're trying to get yourself to a higher level, of living and stuff like that. And so it's that pressure, but then it also, it can break somebody, but can also make diamonds as well. So it's like that's where like you see a lot of those guys being able to excel on that big stage when the lights are on brightest. So I think that's a great way to put it, man.
Yeah, for instance, like soccer everywhere else. When I was 7 years old, I lived in Kuwait for a year. And so soccer, it'd be straight desert, but you'd find soccer field. You'd find 2 soccer goals in the middle of the desert kind of thing. You know what I mean? So soccer is just one of those things, like you're saying, everybody has certain prides about certain sports that just represents the culture and that represents them on what they are and stuff. So I don't think that's like a crazy statement or anything like that at all. You know, I mean, like Americans have certain stuff and other countries have different sports that this is it, you know. Cricket, where everybody's looking for cricket. You go to like India and these other countries and stuff, that is the big thing. That is the Super Bowl for them, you know. It just depends on
for us, basketball and football, obviously, but basketball, like you saw it in the Olympics with LeBron, Steph Curry, KD. God, dude, it was a different level of excitement.
Yep. It really is.